Yo, what's going on? We are here, Winners Win Podcast. You are with your guy, Coach Stan, here to host this joint today. Like always, Winners Win Podcast, we always bring you legends, we bring you icons. We got some, I'm not going to say South Philly, we got some Philadelphia royalty, in the building right now. This guy, this guy played at Gratz. Um, at the time, though, for a long time, he was like the third leading scorer all time at Gratz.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is before the states and the PIAA with all them games and all that. Probably playing about 12 to 15 regular season games. Get a couple non-league games, but for the most part, he ain't playing 30 to 35 games. So that's a major accomplishment on that. Uh, also was an all-city on the all-city team. Multiple all-public teams. Went to Nova, then went to St. Joe's, where he was third team, second team, and first team throughout his career there. Big Five Hall of Fame. Also, he's just got inducted to the Philadelphia Black Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Black.
Yo, congratulations on that,
I
bro.
appreciate that,
Congratulations on that, big homie. Legend. We go get into the stories. We gonna get into the stories, but always love to welcome the South Philly legend, the Philadelphia legend, my guy Marv O'Connor. What's going on, my
Hey
boy?
man, hey.
How you feeling?
Good. Appreciate you having me, bro.
Yep, no doubt, no doubt. First, just want to jump right into it. Like, what was the feeling getting inducted to the Hall of Fame, man?
That was huge, man. I had a well, one of the things is all my girls came. That's on my AAU team came and supported me.
That's thorough.
And their parents, man. That was ultra special for me.
Got you.
Also, in my speech, I made reference to me being able to share this Hall of Fame with my high school coach and some of the mentors who's also been inducted into the Philadelphia Black Basketball Hall of Fame. I thought that was special because they are the reason for me even being in it, and I get to share that with them.
Right, that's
and that to me that's just like ultra special. I mean, you made reference to the Big Five Hall of Fame. Me and Cat Mobley went in together to the Atlantic 10 Hall of Fame.
Okay.
With Marcus Camby.
See, y'all notice he leaving. He like, yo, you left a couple of stuff out, so I'm like, he left some stuff. My bad.
Right.
I know I left some stuff out, but it's all love.
No
resume
doubt.
way crazier than what I said. Believe that.
Yeah, but that was like I said, man. Just with Coach Ellaby and just being able to share that moment with him and being in that same breath as him. As that to me, that's what did it for me.
Got you. So y'all know I had to wear my mansion jersey just to let it be known. Ain't gonna be no mansion slander on this joint today.
No, it's all good. It's all good. It's all
no,
good.
No. All jokes aside, rest in peace to my young DL. Just passed away. Definitely had to rep him. So this is his jersey.
That's big time.
Yeah. Quite a couple legends at mansion.
The funny
number
thing
20.
is I threw when my man Shockey passed away.
Shout out Shockey, that's my old head.
Yeah, I came down north. I got one of them.
Mm-hmm.
A Shockey joint.
Man, if I seen that on the internet.
Yeah, and it's just again, like, I'm Gratz dude, but more importantly, man, it's people that you care about and love.
Yeah.
All that shenanigans goes out the window.
For sure.
And we definitely gotta bring up Lanier.
Rest in peace.
And
OG,
things
man.
are happening, bro. Things are happening.
Yeah.
And life is fragile that way, man.
Yeah. Definitely rest in peace to my OG Lanier. One of the first people I looked up to that I actually knew. I was like, he used to be nut ass little nigga. I mean, be punching on me all the time. I was probably like 5th, 6th grade. He used to be punching on me, but I was so happy that Lanier hit me. No Diddy, but yeah. So, from the P, like I said,
Sure.
Talk about a little bit, like talk about your upbringing. Were you in a single parent household? I know you from the Jets. You can talk about exactly where you from in the P.
Right.
Let's get into that. Like where exactly you from and what was the culture, what was going on around there?
I mean, so I'm from Passion Projects, which now is gone. I mean, they South Philly is like prime real estate. So about 20 years ago, they knocked that thing down, and the Eagles live out there now. That's how close I live to the vet. The Spectrum, but we could just walk down there in about 7-8 minutes. You see what I'm saying? But the projects was what it was. just a tough environment. You know what I mean? Tough environment. Negativity. On the beam, and you got to navigate your way out of this somehow.
Right.
And I was able to do that by using the game of basketball. So South Philly dude. But I don't. I'm not super geographical when it comes to that.
Right.
And because in some ways North Philly raised me in some ways.
And
embraced me in some ways. So it's like I'm South Philly, but
I heard you played for Germantown and Sunny Hill.
I played in Germantown, right?
Yeah,
right.
Like, so you bad.
I went to college in West Philly.
Right.
So it's like how far I'm going with that. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody played every part of the city played a major part in my life.
Gotcha.
So I gotta embrace all parts. I kind of keep it neutral.
Yeah, I'm from Philly. That's what you repping.
But that's real. That's real.
Right. You're from Philly, bottom line.
For sure.
So being a young boy watching you play, man, you used to play with like so much passion, so much energy. Like you could tell you was like a high level competitor. I used to look at you like you were like obviously you came out before him, but I look at you as like a Westbrook with a jump shot. Like open court, you going for blood, but you can shoot the pill too as well.
For sure.
But where did that like passion come from? Like that energy, like you were like high level with that.
Yeah, I think that came from the public housing. So I mean, in that that whole inner city thing, like you don't let nobody take nothing from you. Like you don't let nobody big dog you. That whole mentality. I transferred over to the court, and that got me in trouble a few times.
A lot. I seen the highlights. I seen a lot.
So I mean, but I never proclaimed to be nobody else but myself, though.
Gotcha.
So it's like, that's who I was. But I definitely had to learn how to have some balance.
Right.
Have some balance with that. But just tenacious, bro. Always been that way.
Gotcha.
And just saying, I wouldn't take no for an answer. Just wear your heart on your sleeve.
Gotcha, right.
Blue collar boy.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
I'm just saying, like, you wasn't too cool. Like, you was like, I'm coming for blood.
Yeah,
like,
we getting to it.
And
and see, this, right? So, in this day and age, you got kids playing that's the 9th grade, playing in 10th grade, and they talking about they playing up. I don't really understand that.
What is up? Like,
what does that truly mean? Because I was 14 and this guys you playing against us 28.
Gotcha.
So who was playing up? You know what I mean? So that's what I'm accustomed to.
Right.
That's why you think this guy he reclassed.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean though?
Right.
What does that don't mean nothing. This is everything is an excuse now. And like I said, I went to war with people that's 25 and I'm 15. Now, physically, obviously, I couldn't bang, but, it helped shape and mold me.
Is that where, like, a lot of toughness come? Because if you're playing against older dudes, I'm not saying particularly you, but, niggas out there betting, they out there, some of them might have not had a little beer before they played, like, so elbowing you, it's just real crazy.
It's
like
real. It's real, but it helps you grow up. I mean, them guys... These guys that you look under their arms, it's yellow. They got all the salt in their face. Like, damn, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? But and they going for blood. You know how the last point is of a game. Everybody hacking. You don't want to get off.
Oh, right.
10 winners waiting. So like I experienced that. I experienced that young, man. Like,
and you got the other part. That's the other element you're not talking about. Is always like it might be 3 or 4 of them, but it's always at least one person at that part. That nigga don't even play basketball. He just come there to talk shit. You ain't shit. Like, I mean, like, what is you doing out here?
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I experienced that more up north than down my way, man. Like, seriously, man. Y'all took the heckle game to a whole nother level. Like, you really came out here for that. Like, come on, man. Trying to ruffle my feathers and all that, man. Come on.
Yeah, you could be that. Like, you got a name's gonna be really bad for you. Like you really gonna get heckled, man.
That's crazy.
But talk about some of some of the coaches, even mentors. Like, you understand what I mean? That helped you along. I want you to drop some names and talk about what they meant to you.
For sure. So coming through. Right before the show started, I talked about Stan Laws with you, who you said coach.
Right, he coached me at Mansion, yeah.
He was a guy that took to me young.
Gotcha.
A guy who made sure I got to all my games.
How did y'all meet?
So he eventually moved out the projects down in South Philly.
Got you.
And it's like, yeah, he was at the basketball courts. I was at the court. Now he's much older than I am, and he just kind of took to me a little bit. Like,
right,
man, bro, you got some little bit of shit with you, like,
right,
you know what I'm saying,
right.
like, you know what I mean. And he super helped me stay on a narrow.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Because like, I was the aggressive boy, he laid back, so it kind of helped me. It kind of helped me. But obviously, you got the Bill Ellerbys and Kevin Rockman is a guy who started Total Response and Positive Image.
Gotcha.
The Bill Williams, the John Hartnetts, the Tennis Youngs.
You play for L, Positive Image?
What L?
Larry
Larry, yes. Larry
you got to give my old head and shit. Shout
Larry
out.
Waiters, yes. He's ref now.
Right.
Larry Waiters and Bill Williams was together, and he's taking us down south. I mean, but that's when
north, probably down. Well, north or south, right?
Yeah, no, I'm talking about like Maryland.
Oh, okay, no, you talking about like out the city.
Yes,
out the city.
Start experiencing something new.
Gotcha.
Oh, Daryl Schofield.
Oh, shout out.
North, come on, bro. The genius.
Yeah, shout out
Genius.
Schofield, man.
You know what I mean? God rest his soul, man. And I got a chance to, God is good, man, because I got a chance to see him literally hours before he went on home to be with the Lord, man. Like, and I got a chance to, speak my piece.
Schofield was so thorough. It wasn't just basketball with him. I used to be like, yo, Sco, you got to connect with some breaks. I need some breaks. He got every connect. Phone, cell phone, breaks, whatever you need. Basketball, whatever you need. He got somebody, he used to have somebody in his cell phone that he could call. So definitely rest in peace to the OG.
Yeah. I told a story at his funeral that Schofield took me out the country without my mom knowing. Not out the city, not out the state. He took me out the country.
Out the country.
Yeah, where we at? We in Toronto. But damn, bro, you told me you ain't like my mom don't even know I'm out the country, bro. Like, and that's back then when your parents really want all that involved. Yeah, we going on a tournament. Go ahead, and I see you when you get back. You know what I mean? That type of thing.
Never mouth, you don't gotta worry about feeding.
No money.
All right.
They had no money. AAU was free, bro. Like, I'm talking about the flights, the rides, the hotels. It was free, and I told that story, man. It was looking at me like I was crazy. Like, yeah, Schofield took me out the country.
It's believable.
No permission.
It's definitely believable.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely. Once again,
sure.
Man, rest in peace to the OG.
For sure.
So, how do a kid from South Philly get to Simon Gratz? So let's jump into high school. You know what I mean? So you're a kid from South Philly. Did you have a reputation at that point being tough?
Super local.
Super local.
I mean, obviously in my projects, as on a younger tip, like I was like the guy.
Gotcha.
Then I started moving around down South Philly a little bit, which back then, it was super territorial back then.
Right.
Like, but normally the ball players were safe.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's what I think different.
Right. So I started moving around South Philly, a little name for myself, but I still was relatively like a nobody.
A nobody, got you.
And I tell the story all the time how that journey started with what we used to do every day on the way to school, grab a newspaper. Like buying a newspaper was normal for us. We looking at scores, we looking at this, we looking at that. And I'm seeing these guys back of the paper on the front. These national champions like this. Hold on. Then what is this place? Right? And I'm like, man, you know what? When I fill out to go to schools, I'm just gonna put that on the list and just see what happens. And I got accepted. And I'm like, man, I'm going up north. And one thing it did for me though, even besides the basketball, kind of gave me a clean slate. Because the rival projects, rival this hood, don't like them. When I went up north, I was removed from all that.
Gotcha.
And now I'm up north watching, Area Ave got a prime with Nicetown, Diamond Street don't like what's the name of them. And I'm like this, wow, I really got out of that. And we was down there doing the same stuff, you know what I'm saying? But it started with the newspaper. And what they said, bet on yourself.
Right.
I'm just pretty much see if I can hang.
Went down there, nobody, and got shit done.
Yeah, I mean, it started off kind of rocky, because I got cut from the rip, and I ain't gonna lie, I had a crazy crazy tryout.
Mm.
I mean, I just knew I made it.
Right.
I mean, I was baseline, one time, all that. No, you on a JV, my man.
And that's parents need to hear this in today.
Yeah.
Like, with so much, my kid better play as a freshman
Right.
and this, that, and the third. I understand it's different. Like,
Right.
You know what I mean? I ain't trying to be no dinosaur out here, but I just felt like at that time it was humbling beginners, because I experienced the same thing. I remember ninth grade, I had the best tryout out of all the years I've been at Mansion. I had hit the weights on my own, like, I'm working out. I'm like, man, I'm trying to make this team. I want to be in that time, that's when it'd be 85 people in the gym trying out.
Yeah.
Imagine you the last one, and my cut wasn't different. Normally people was getting cut, their name wasn't on the list. Mine was in parentheses, like, come see me in the office. I was like, yo, this is crazy.
Wow.
So I wound up getting cut, and I was salty because we played LeBron that year.
Wow.
That was Reese Wright's senior year.
Right.
I was a freshman.
Right.
I'm sick. Like, damn, like, just let me be on the bench. Like, god damn, like, that shit gonna be rocking. So definitely like humbling time. So I mean, what did you do after you got cut? Like, I mean,
I ain't gonna lie, I was sick. I was sick, but I kind of what they say, trusted the process.
Right.
I kind of trusted the process, and I trusted that program.
Right.
From a development perspective. So funny thing is, when South Philly played Gratz at Gratz the year that I was playing JV, and the coach saw me like, what you don't understand, bro?
Right.
Like, man, you could have, man, what you doing, bro? You at least been 6 man down here.
Like, right.
Yeah, you need to come on back home, man.
Right.
Like, man,
was it tempting?
It was because all players want to play,
right?
And there ain't no slight to nobody. If you a player, you want to play.
Gotcha.
But what Gratz could give me, South Philly High could never give me that type of experience.
Right.
Even if it was only for 2 years, like, that's priceless.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So I end up making it my sophomore year.
Oh, wow. All right. So just tell me about your experience. Junior, senior, like, what was the experience like, once it was your turn, once dudes graduated? Obviously, I think people like Terrell Stokes was in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Reds, he wasn't in front of you, he was a lot older than you, right?
No. Well, yeah.
He's probably like a senior when he was a freshman.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
But tons of guards that came through there that was, super tough, that eventually you gotta wait your turn.
Yes. Yes.
What was that experience like once, Coach Ellaby gave you the keys?
Right. Well, I mean, going to war with that type of them level of guys in practice kind of prepares you for that.
Gotcha.
I mean, a lot of times the practice was tougher than the games.
Right.
You know what I mean? When y'all getting after it, and you probably experienced that.
No, we experienced that all the time.
Right. And
just left from that.
You know what I mean? That type of thing.
Right.
So when I did get the keys, I was ready. Mm-hmm. And I was mature at that time, being a junior. I mean, playing in the best tournaments in the country. You seeing this guy, he's like, damn, going to war with. I mean, it's just like, damn, this is huge.
Right.
And funny thing is, when I first got on the team, we our first trip, we went to Alaska. So Trajan Langdon and them guys out there and all like that. And like this, I never been on a plane before, but I'm going to Alaska like my first trip. And that's the time when it was dark all day,
right,
and light only 2 hours. So we're just talking about the hell of an experience, just from being able to play grass basketball, and just being able to get them type of experiences.
Gotcha. So junior year, y'all make it to the chip.
Yeah.
Very controversial game, like a lot of stuff happened in that game.
For sure.
So just to give the viewers a little feedback on the game. So Marv I think you make a score to put y'all ahead.
Correct.
Right? Make a score. It was at the time it was really like 1.4, but they put 2 seconds back on the clock.
Correct.
But the whole stadium already done rushed the court.
Yes.
He made it. He doing his dance. He running around the whole court. They thought the game was over. Like the game, like it's like, yo, we won. Yo, give us our trophy. We out.
Right.
all of a sudden, they put some time on the clock. They throw the ball 90 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Someone does touch it. Someone touches it. And then my old head, Al Crockett, he picks the ball up, throws a miracle shot, game go into overtime. Now, Coach Ellaby issue wasn't that he didn't get the shot off in time. He felt like the clock didn't start when the first person touched it.
Correct.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So that was like a whole. I'm talking about he took his court. He took the team off the court. Y'all in the locker room. He out there snapping. I'm watching this on Big Star joint.
Right. My boy, Big Star.
Shout out Big Star. Sonny Hill is it's like, Coach, look, I never seen this before. That's how you know Coach Ellaby was a god. Like, no, we not playing. We won the chip. He like, so, no, look, the time he got it off in time. He showed him the clock. I mean, show him the TV and everything. It's unheard of. But anyway, he winds up saying, yo, I'm gonna go back in the locker room and I'm gonna ask my kids, do they want to come out and play? So before I ask you that question, the first question is, do you feel like y'all because y'all did end up losing in overtime?
Right.
Do you feel like y'all got cheated? Or do you feel like it was just like, things happen and we didn't get it done?
So I'm gonna say cheated.
And shout out to my guy, my old head Dave Wise too. That's my guy too as well.
I'm gonna say cheated. Cheated is a strong word.
Got you.
I will say this though. If you look at the video, the video tells a story. The video says that the ball was tipped. Al Crockett could never get the shot off in time if the clock starts on time.
Right.
So technically, the game is over.
Right.
So I know what history says. The video says that the game is over. Right. So I mean, he did come back in, right? Because he was out there for a minute. And I don't really remember because he left it up.
Yeah, that's the next question. That was the next question. I was like, yo, what was it like? Or did somebody was like, yo, come on, fellas, we out there? Or was it like
somebody, and I don't know who that was, said, man, come on, fuck that.
Right.
The motherfucker said, fuck that. They was like, all right, come on, man. Come on.
That wasn't smart on y'all part because at that point the momentum was remember y'all crowd rushed the court. Then they crowd rushed the court. Bro, it was mayhem,
crazy.
Mayhem, crazy out there.
And so that was when people used to come out and support the pub.
Yeah,
like you know what I mean. I mean, it never was like the Catholic League, but you still could get.
You don't think so?
No, not equal. No. Not equal.
Gotcha.
Not equal. And I always thought that the pub was smart. They would take the games and put them in the more intimate settings. Like I know they love the lead chorus and all like that, but if you bring it to mechanical or what it would look like, it wouldn't look the way it looks.
It looks crazy. It looks crazy, man.
It looks crazy, and somebody need to talk to somebody about the setting because you don't really get, unfortunately, the championship feel.
No, you don't. And I know, obviously coaching at Emotep, I've been part of a lot of them. Right,
you don't get it. You might got 2,500 people in here,
and it looked like it's 50.
It hold 11,000 people.
Right. It
it's like nah. So I think that's a conversation.
Well, so what I'm saying is, do you feel like back then crowd couldn't touch the Catholic League crowd? Because it looked like that.
So it never was. The Catholic League joint is out of control.
Right.
We
especially the palestra.
The palestra is out of control.
Right.
So I mean, I had a chip in the palestra. It didn't look like that, but it didn't look like that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like if they got 9,500 people, we got 5,800 people.
Right.
Which looks solid. It's like and they made us play in the morning. Like how y'all be playing at 2:00, or the girls play at noon and y'all play at 2, or somebody play at 11 and somebody play at 1.
Crazy on like a Saturday.
That's how it was then.
Saturday,
that's how it was then. But I just hope that we can get that camaraderie back. You know what I mean? Gotta start supporting our kids. Like it's kind of crazy.
That's true. Especially like, and there's no knock on the Catholic League, but the public league, all the kids are from our city.
Right.
And like I said, there's no knock on I'm not trying to knock no kids, but Catholic League can branch out a little bit. They get kids from Delaware, Jersey.
Right.
So they don't all be like kids that you see every day.
Got it.
So I'm like, yo, I want you to support all kids, but you definitely need to support the kids you see on a day-to-day basis. Would be crazy to me.
Very important, man.
It'd be crazy to me, man. So
for sure.
definitely want to at least get it back to. It's tough to get it to that 90s. I'm like, those get it back to where when I played at least, like, you understand what I mean? So that's too far. I'm saying around like 2000. I don't know if he was tapped in, but around like when Brandon Austin, She Jordan, the pub was rocking. They had a rocking.
Okay.
So we need that. Okay. We just need that like maybe it's another superstar or another, and not just from one school, but multiple guys on different teams,
right?
Stepping up. Maybe the play has went down. So it is what it is,
right? For sure.
But anyway, y'all go out and y'all end up losing. What was that summer like for you? Like, and what was the thought? So,
So the summer for me was kind of crazy because my name skyrocketed.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna go back the week before. I had 29 or 30 against Yah Davis and them the week before.
Heard Yah Davis super duper tough.
Man, cut it out, bro.
Yeah.
Cut it out.
Frankfurt, right?
Yeah. I mean, started at Roman, went to Frankfurt, and you talking about elite talent?
Like I heard he was one that used to be going at Kobe, along with Donnie.
Man, but it's different.
Gotcha.
And me and Donnie always talk about this Yah Davis and his talent level. Like you talk like God-given ability. Like just ain't been in the gym all month.
Oh, you can just tell it's
60.
just
that like and I watched Donnie shape and mold his game with hard work and because he used to play in the paint.
Right.
He was.
I remember that. I had seen like some joints. I'm like, damn, Donnie playing a forward.
Yeah, he was like a forward.
Yeah,
and he worked. He worked, but Yah Davis was something different. But we knocked Yah Davis and them off the week before. Then I have 35 against Edison. Like the name just skyrocketed.
Right.
It's like, yeah, he hot.
Because actually the announcers were saying like, it was like, it was up for grabs year for the pub.
Right.
Like I mean, and I guess it wasn't a whole bunch of big names like it was your senior year.
Right.
So it was a time, it was just the perfect time too that they was looking for that next person to, like you said, take off.
For sure.
And well deserved. I mean, it was well deserved, like you said. Because y'all lost, but that game, you the first. I think it was like, how was your buckets? It was the first 7 points looked crazy. I'm like, oh, he looked like he about to go get 50 out this motherfucker. Like, God damn.
I ain't gonna lie, man. That's strange, man. That's just strange numbers from a grads program.
And that part too.
That
part too.
Yeah, it was
like
very,
that part
very
too.
Balanced.
Oh, yeah.
And when I started to score like that, and I know Mr. L, because I ain't gonna lie at JV, because I was scoring 35 and 40 like it was nothing. You know what I mean? I know he was like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? And he told me as a grown man, he was like, bro, I fucked that up. He's like, yeah, there's no way you shouldn't have played your freshman year.
Right.
But like I said, it sparked the hunger in me though. That was that type.
You think you could have helped them that year because they lost?
So they ended up losing.
They lost to New Arnold and them off for like a crazy shot too. That was like a crazy shot.
Yeah, well, actually, Mike Robinson made the crazy shot from half court to knock them off.
Right.
And I don't think I was ready for that atmosphere.
Nah, that was crazy. Yeah,
that was crazy.
Yeah. So, talk to us about going into that senior year. What was the record? Who were some of the people y'all beat? Like the big games. Talk about them.
Right. So we went to a senior year, obviously with my backcourt mate who some people say they haven't seen a backcourt quite like this. With the size and the ability that we brought to the table was kind of special. And we had some crazy games, man. Like so we played Tracy McGrady and them twice.
Okay.
We played Baron Davis and them.
Right. You might as well get to the beach ball joint.
Yeah. Because I ain't gonna. If you ever get a chance though, right? Baron Davis got a little documentary.
No, wait. You was like, yo, he can't. We a team. Like one person. Y'all's popping your Philly shit.
Yeah.
Listen. I do my homework. So
hey, bro,
listen.
like,
I was gonna get to that. I was waiting. I was gonna get to the beach ball, but we can talk about it. Go ahead. Get into it. Get into it.
Yeah. So
y'all lost
like,
them in the chip, right?
Yeah, we lost him in the chip by a bucket. But yeah, it was like, like. Yeah, we ain't gonna let one person beat us.
Y'all
crazy.
Y'all had your Simon Grant sweatsuits on.
Yeah, we was doing an interview. We like, yeah. But just the whole Philly swag.
Right.
Like, we don't care about none of that.
But y'all was popping it. But y'all was like, but we're a team. That was real shit.
Yeah. We were programmed.
But he must have just been as advertised, I guess.
Well, he tough.
Right.
Tough. And he got what he needed. From his role players.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, ain't too many people seen the Baron Davis before the injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Like his athleticism was beyond my comprehension, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it was crazy.
I seen a video. They said he built like Kyle Lowry. He got Kyrie Irving game, and he got bounced like John Moran.
That's crazy, bro. Hey, bro.
Boy, the commentating boy was showing his highlights. He was going crazy.
Yeah, just tough. And in that same. Yeah, we played Keith Bogans and Joe Forte and DeMatha. It was tough.
Y'all schedule was tough. Y'all schedule was crazy.
Bro, I mean, again, that's the stuff that you experience now.
Right.
That we was experiencing back in the 90s.
Right.
And I wouldn't have had it no other way because you cannot really be prepared for at least high-level college basketball without not playing that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't, your best game can't be against Chester. I mean, that's no knock to Chester because Chester is tough.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, like Chester was like some people's best, like that's their best game.
That used to be our best game at Manchester. By the time I was a junior, senior. What's crazy is I remember looking in the crowd. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I said, yo, that look like Marv O'Connor. I'd say the move, because that's my backcourt. I was like, yo, that look like Marv. He like, dipshit, it is Marv O'Connor. I'm like, oh shit.
Yo.
Oh, Marv, we got Marv O'Connor at the motherfucking game. But I was expecting to see Jameer, not because we always played him at the gym.
Right.
I expect to see Jameer, not Marv. And you was popping out, but but like you said, that schedule was just crazy and. No disrespect to ENS, but they didn't stand a chance that next time around.
Yeah, well, I think so. We had played them early in the year.
Okay.
And it's crazy because
was it at their gym? Because that's a big difference.
It was at our gym.
Okay, gotcha.
It was at our gym, and it was crazy. It was my father had passed away that year, and that was my first game back from after the funeral service and all that.
So you already committed to Nova too.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, and so we had played them. We beat the shit out them at the crib. But we had a conversation after we played you guys in the Final Four that we're not going to keep the game close. Because that's when all the goofy shit started to happen.
Yeah.
When you look back at the Mike Robinson shot in 94, when you look back at the Rashi Broken Borough shit in 95, when you look back at the you know what? Yeah, if you keep the game, something is going to happen.
So, and I meant to ask that question too, because we will go back to what you're talking about. But part of, I ain't gonna hold you, Coach Ellerby, GOAT in the public league and GOAT coaching wise in Philadelphia. But I thought that wasn't the right time or place to be teaching, I guess you could say. And what I mean by this, at one point he took all 5 of y'all out. And mind you and JK were already dealing with foul trouble. So that limits minutes too. So when he took all 5 out, they got that joint, the momentum really carried on to them, and they got, they got that shit down to 6.
Yeah.
And then right away, yo, come on, yo, go ahead, Mark. Enough of this shit. All right, go ahead.
Right,
and slowly but surely, y'all started the starting lineup started trickling in. But
right.
Yeah, I just thought I was like, damn, I think Coach might have. That wasn't the right time to send a message to the kids, I guess.
Yeah,
at that time. And maybe I'm wrong.
I'm gonna tell you, but
I ain't gonna question no GOAT.
Yeah, so a lot of times it's not a basketball decision.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think it's a It's like I said, it's just a teaching moment.
Right.
You know what I mean? At the expense of basketball. Because one thing he realized that basketball is meaningless.
Yes.
When you're talking about young men and helping them grow, especially from where we come from, we ain't really have solid foundations. Not most of us. You know, and he understood that even things like that, because he did things like that before. Like, yeah, you did this. Like, yeah, this is happening. And it's at the expense of basketball.
Respect it.
It's at the expense of basketball. Basketball gonna come and go. But these lessons will last you a lifetime.
Right.
And I think that's who he was.
Got you. But yeah, so go back. You said, yo, you had a conversation with JK. Yo, we ain't keeping this.
Can't keep the game close. Can't keep the game close. And we didn't.
Right.
Like, you know, it got out of control quick.
Real quick.
You know what I'm saying? And we thought that we was hoping that the Final Four game would be the chip.
Got you that
because the Grass Mansion joint would have been kind of crazy. And even in that game, mentality was crazy. Like locker room, and I said, me and him had these conversations, and it was like, bro, like, all right,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
We on one,
yeah. And when you take a look at the game, Marv O'Connor shot 9 for 11 from the field. Jared Kearse was 14 for 18 from the field.
God dang.
He had 33. I had 22. We had 55. Mansion had 54.
I told you, ain't gonna be too much man.
No, this ain't. Hold on. No.
Gonna be too much.
I got that. I got that.
No, but
I'm more so talking about. Look at the shooting percentage.
Right, y'all not out
we
there.
We shot 80% from the field combined.
I'm about to say y'all missed 4 shots behind.
We missed 6 shots combined.
Right, that's crazy. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you talking about being locked
14
in?
for 18, yeah. So
you talking about being locked in?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Come on, bro. We was 23 for 29.
How was that environment? Talk to me about that environment.
It was crazy.
It was crazy. Where's that game at?
It was at the Palestra.
Okay.
It was crazy. I mean, y'all came in there crazy. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because, you know, even though Jared from North Philly and I kind of was grafted in, I kind of know most of them.
Right,
you know what I mean? Being at the Mecca or hanging out 32nd and Norris.
We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that.
Yeah, so I kind of know them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but that didn't mean nothing because it was faithful. It was like, yeah, you cool.
I know the songs with the buzzing, the flip songs was cooking in the crowd.
Yo, that was a good time, bro. That was a different time, man.
Yeah, so obviously, I know the type of guy you are. You ain't gonna take all the credit. You gonna be like, yo, my team chipped in and coaches had us ready. So I feel like that's part of the game too as well.
Absolutely.
Along with y'all going, you and JK going.
Absolutely.
Going to work. But,
absolutely.
So I had to ask Flip this when I ain't gonna say me, but when we had him on the show, take yourself like kind of out your body and who would you take? Because I told him, I said, like, we know JK and Marv beat you the 2 times y'all played. But take yourself out. Who would you take? You and Buzzy or Marv and JK? I'll let you hear it, a matter of fact, too, as well, when I ran into you. He gave y'all flowers. He said, yo, along with Lynn Greer, toughest guys we went against, through his career at Strawberry Mansion.
Right.
Is the respect mutual? Or you feel like, I play against some other guys. And I'm just talking about within the city.
Oh, yeah. The respect is definitely mutual.
Oh, got you.
I mean, come on, bro. You talking about they invented help defense. like it's like, yeah, just trying to be on an island with either one of them guys was dangerous.
Right.
Like, so it's like, yeah, we're going to shade, what's the name to the left? And you're going to be there to help. Because, I mean, they had it, bro. They had the one-on-one ability, the handle. Like, I think Buzzy long ball was a little bit better.
Right.
And my man mid-range was better. And he was way more athletic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. But Buzzy wasn't no joke, man. Like,
cross the shit out you, man.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? And we look forward to that. We look forward to that because it's just been, a lot of just whispering, yeah. All right.
That had to what was the vibe in the city? Was there like a big talk like, yo, who better, Marv or JK, or who better, Buzzy or Flip? Or that didn't really start till after y'all were done?
No, that was happening at the time.
Okay,
that was happening at the time. But one thing I know about, who better, it's all. I mean, unless you get somebody who don't really know both parties, but you could probably look and see, like, you know what I mean? And who better is kind of, I say we super different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think we all are effective at what we do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So better, I don't know. I don't really know how to gauge better. You know what I mean? Better is always has always been weird word to me. Because the thing is, I had a conversation with my guy because he was talking about Olajuwon and all like that. So when you look at Olajuwon and you look at the moves and you look at how versatile he is and how he gets it done, and then let's use like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You look how he gets it done. Right. It's different. Right. So when the eyes are weird. The eyes fool you too sometimes. They always talk about the eye test, but the eye test would say Olajuwon, just the way it's the way you get it done. And people like that.
Right.
But when you look at the effectiveness of the game, he is just as effective as he is.
Right.
He can't do none of that though. You know what I mean? And one thing we used to respect about the game back then, and this, I hope some of the young people listening, our era stayed away from things that you couldn't do. Okay. That's not what I do.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So this ain't no time to be experimenting and shit. Like, this is what I do. You see what I'm saying? So we kind of stayed in your lane, and that's how you look good.
Right.
Now, I ain't saying in the off season not to work on those things, but what I'm saying is in the games, like, bro, do what you do. Because you start to look, some of the kids are kind of crazy, but that ain't who you are.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So
you
like
get caught up because he done put you on a highlight, or he done crossed the bullshit out you.
Right. Now you trying to go back.
You trying to go back. Yeah, that ain't it.
That ain't your thing.
That ain't it.
So just to clear the air with that, like, because I seen y'all put him on the spot, and I wasn't expecting him to say nothing else, but he going, well, he went to war with this guy, man. Like, what you expect him to say?
Right.
And Buzzy's super tough.
Right.
So it's like,
it's kind of vice versa that, like, what you expect me to say? Of course I'm going with Marv and JK.
Like, yeah, I gotta go with JK. Even though, like I already said, our winning percentage and all like that would kind of overshadow that. You know what I'm saying? We kind of got the numbers that kind of back up.
Right.
Like, bro, you didn't never beat us, or like, you know what I'm saying? But nobody could deny the skill or talent. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's what Flip was getting at, like, different parts play. Like, he wasn't coming at Coach Henny or any of that, but he was just like, you got coaching that plays a part in that. You got other players that play a role in that.
That plays a role.
So he was just like, definitely he respect obviously what y'all was doing along with, like I said, with Greer.
Right.
That class was just a super tough class.
Right, we had guards for days, bro.
How did you even get, like, I'm hearing you talk about, I hung back 32nd Street, and what's that, because it's staying low?
That's kind of how I got up there.
Okay.
So I played on the Mecca. I had to be like 13, 14. I'm playing in an unlimited joint. You see, I'm talking about playing up.
Right. So you talking about Sad Eye.
Bro.
Hey,
bro. Like, let me tell you, bro.
It's crazy out there.
Let me tell you, I'm gonna say that our era kids was different because nobody cared about none of that.
Oh, seriously?
Like,
gotcha.
I watched Buzzy do sad in.
Like, you my old head, but
he's a child. You see what I'm saying? He wasn't even grown. But he just had that shit. He snatched him one time. He lifted him up one time. I'm like, damn, you a kid, cuz. You know what I'm saying? But that's what we knew. We wasn't just out there because, because we was up. We belong out there.
You got,
like,
I want you because I'm trying to win. I'm trying to win, bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
We got a vital role out there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Phil. Light skin, Phil was on my team.
Right.
That's how I met Phil.
Okay, gotcha.
He was on my team. He was a grown man. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to Jonesy. And I don't know if Jonesy's still living or not. Because he was on the mic at the Mecca at that time. He gave he gave me the name OC.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, like you know how you start getting names.
Yeah.
From, like, that's OC for 3.
And the trail, yeah.
And people start calling me that. Like, they start calling me that.
That's crazy. Was Reese Rice out there? I know he's younger than you, but Reese was out there since he was like 6 months.
Yeah, so he started playing a little bit later. Because I was out there in like 93, bro.
I'm talking about Reese Rice, obviously, y'all people that, the listeners.
Right. I think he started coming out there like that 97. Around that era. Okay. And we on our way to college, so we really wasn't playing the street ball as much. You see what I'm saying? And I did see him. I did see him. This little stocky, pudgy boy, like, but he was scoring. He just like, damn, he just scoring the ball.
He playing unlimited. Like, he out there,
bro,
cooking shit.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's either you got it or you don't. Like, we gotta scale back from that. Yo, he 19. So what, bro?
Right.
Like, so what? That ain't even a cloth we cut from being from Philadelphia.
Right.
Like, for that to be an excuse. Like, you know what I'm saying? No, bro. Like, the way it's set up now, all these kids should be playing either freshman ball or JV in the 9th grade. Because that's what y'all been doing. Fifth, you played with the 5th graders, you played with the 6th graders. Right. Am I lying? So once we get to 9th grade, expect your ass to be playing with the 9th grade.
But they not. They expecting to be starting.
Yeah, but then I don't want to hear that you got to play against what's her name in practice and he a senior. Right. So you got to be able to compete, though.
Yeah, you got to be prepared.
You got to be able to compete. Ain't nobody saying, now he got all the tricks and he got all the stuff, the experience that you don't have. So he gonna get over on you. But you got to be able to compete.
Right. Make him.
Right.
We was just getting on. We had a tough game against the MAFTA a couple weeks ago in the team camp. And you would have thought we was going to just grind up the people who played. We started grinding up the people who didn't play. It's like, and we can't even sub them out because if y'all not putting enough pressure on them when we doing workouts and things like that, if y'all putting more pressure on them, like being on their top, like, like, yo, you mess up, I'm right on your hill.
Right,
y'all not giving that. We don't care about y'all being younger or any of that. Like, y'all got to put pressure on them dudes so they can be out there and be held accountable. And I think that was the luxury at Gratz.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? The person that's subbing in for you, he could go too, just like you can. So
crazy.
That definitely was like a luxury. And
for sure.
For the most part, we had that luxury at being coaching at Emiltep.
Right.
But yo, what was this? Oh, I can't even let this question go by. My man Omar Times, I heard you was a big time OT guy. Like, you was like, that's one of your favorite guys.
Yeah.
From out the mansion joint.
Yeah. So OT, I believe, was in one of the placements at the time when I met him.
Okay.
And Stan was working at the placement of Vision Quest.
Okay.
Stan brought OT to the Gratz games because Stan is a Gratz guy at this time because I'm playing.
Right.
And I got kind of cool with OT because he bringing you to all the games. And you're a pup.
You're a pup, right?
You're a pup. And in this one particular game, he I don't know if it's some kind of magic marker, but he had wrote like OT on his T-shirt. Like, he came to the game at Edison. I remember like it was
OT.
like,
that shirt was corny as shit too. OT,
but yeah, OT ended up being a hell of a player.
He got mentioned his first chip,
and letting the game work for him too. More
tough.
importantly,
because
you got to add that. You got to add that. There's too many guys who played the game, but not allowed the game to work for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's because to me that's what it's about. Letting the game work for you. Whether you put the degree on the wall, whether you made any kind of money with the relationships that you got. You know what I mean? It's nobody in this city that I can't call and get something done.
Gotcha. That's a blessing.
It is. I can call anybody and get anything done from a political perspective, on any tip, and it stems from basketball.
Gotcha.
You know,
that's a blessing,
and that's
and that's coming from like you said, you can hoop, being a good person.
Oh, for sure.
Having integrity and just being
the whole
yourself,
nine.
being
The
yourself,
whole
man.
nine.
And the other part is too, not no square. Like me and you talked before. We talked about a little funny situation before this, and it was just like I was like, yo, I didn't even know you still was tapped into the city. You know, I'm around. I'm around.
Yo,
I'm around.
for sure.
I don't want to get into that because that's the bid. That was the bid, but
Yo.
But also I also heard and rest in peace to this guy. I heard you had a relationship, a friendship with Danny Rump.
Oh yeah, so it's really not.
That. Rest in peace, Danny Rump.
Oh, for sure. So it's really not a relationship or a friendship because I didn't really know him at all.
Okay.
But the Danny Rump crew, and that's crazy. They came up to me, right, and they say, "Do you know that Danny, that you was his guy? Because he's much younger than I am. You know, at least 4, 5, 6 years, right?" And it's like, no, I didn't know that. So yeah, he wore the 11s because of you.
Shit.
Like
I ain't never.
So I'm just like this. Damn. You know what I mean? Because you never know. You never know who's watching, bro. And I was taken back by that. They was like, bro, you don't get it. You was his guy.
Gotcha.
Like he tried to pattern himself after he was watching.
And Rump was tough.
He was watching.
I was a youngin' watching Rump too as well, but he was super tough.
And that's and you know that's just very humbling.
And you, where did you get 11? Rap? I'm assuming.
No, you said
where did you? Why did you start wearing 11?
I ain't gonna lie. I was a huge Isaiah Thomas guy.
Oh, so that came from that ain't come locally. That came from
And me and Rab talked about that because he was a huge Isaiah Thomas fan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And funny thing is, just to piggyback off that, I mean Chuck Ellis and them was walking through St. Joe's, and I was working, you know, out my daughter, and I mean this was a while ago, and he was with Wayne Ellington. And they walking past, and I'm, you know, doing my 1-2 thing, and they damn near out the door. And Chuck was like, "Hey, bro, can my man get a picture with you?"
You talking about Wayne?
Yeah. I ain't no fucking body. Like, what you talking about? I was like, yeah, we could flick it up. You know what I'm saying? So he came back, and you know what he said to me?
What was that?
Bro. Yeah, I watched you, bro. You just don't know. You don't know. I don't know him from a can of paint. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And you want a picture with me? Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's just the respect level. And like you said, I watched you, bro, with my own eyes. You know, just like some of the people who came before me. And it, you know, and that's and that to me, like I said, that's super humbling. And then he posted a joint on his gram.
Right.
And like, yeah, bro, I want to give my man his flowers.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
That's crazy,
and
man.
Kyle Lowry tells me some of the same type of stuff.
That's crazy.
Like, bro.
And you like, yo, y'all youngs are super tough. Like, y'all,
bro,
right.
Tough.
That's what you like, yo.
Took this shit and y'all did it with class. Just how y'all go about your business. Right. And you super proud of that. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's this thing that goes around like when guys make it to the league and maybe you didn't. You know, it ain't really, nobody's really bitter about that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing about me, I was smart enough to understand that, you know, I could make some real money without that. Yeah. Everybody wasn't like that though. Right. It was like basketball or nothing. And that was
yo, and to this day you see
that's a problem.
It's an issue. Like you see a lot of people that were I tell people all the time, sports as a whole is dangerous because you're done at such an early age. There's so much life after sports. Yes. And if you're not well rounded, yo, that joint can mess you up because once you're done, what else you gonna do next?
It's crazy, bro.
And dudes start
resorting to crazy lifestyle. Yeah. Because it's a pressure from your hood. Or what you should have or could have been. And then it's a pressure that you put on yourself when you didn't do it. Right. Now you wasn't able to, you know what I mean? But for the most part, when we sit around, we talk about guys who was able to play at that level and like, you be like, man, them guys was in my class. Like them guys represented the city well. Right. You see what I'm saying? It don't really be no hating
No,
going on.
right,
Like,
right,
yeah,
right,
you know what I
right.
mean? You know,
everybody be happy. Like,
just be like, yo,
you gotta respect somebody that come out of this
bro,
joint.
they get an opportunity. Because what people don't realize, and I'm gonna say this and hope is people just understand where I'm coming from. You know how me and you was talking about better.
Mm-hmm.
Now anybody was able to play on that plateau, you know, like a lot of times timing plays a role, situations, especially if you 6'11" and can step out, that's different.
Right,
We're not talking about that.
Right.
We're talking about you do a 6'3" like the rest of us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, or you 6 foot and this, that, and the other, because they a dime a dozen, right? Timing, positioning, being in the right place at the right time, playing well at the right time, like
all that shit counts.
Means everything. It means, and when you see guys that's able to do that, and you be like, yo, that's what's up. You know what I mean? But a lot of times when guys are able to get in that threshold, people are like, automatically he was able to play in the league, so he's better than him. Well, no, that's not really true. That's not really true. Now I'm happy that him or whoever got the opportunity to be able to do that.
Right.
But when you just talking, and I just be listening, I'm just like, all right, bro. Let's talk. Let's go back. Let's say Kyle Lowry, and let's go Sean Singletary.
Right.
Because I think that's a hell of a comparison.
Right.
Like the eye test will never fool me. Like, and Kyle Lowry is my guy, and his resume is retarded.
Ridiculous.
Right? And would never disrespect the resume. And his journey was very slow.
Right. Remember, he got hurt and all that.
Yeah, so it's like you look at his number, look at his college numbers. Like, it's 8 points a game. Ain't nothing that jumps off the page.
Off the page,
but
right.
he's a dog, and he gets to it. And he didn't even have what Sean Singletary had.
Right.
He don't got that. This guy's all-time.
Like, he do, like, Singletary.
He left all-time leader ACC.
That's crazy.
In scoring and assists.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Philadelphia guy.
Right, that's crazy. It's my guy, Singletary.
Right.
Too, yeah.
Super tough. Obviously, he don't get the break that he got.
Right.
And then you just catapult. Again, I'm not saying he's not worthy because he put the work in, resume, I mean, gold medals, championships, like you. But I'm just talking about basketball.
Just the eye test, like.
Just talking about, sometimes just talking about
basketball. Right.
You know what I mean? Like, Sean Singletary is just as good as basketball player as he is.
Right.
Is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? But people get into,
That's a perfect, and I don't think either one would take, offense to that. Like,
right. Basketball. And Kyle would probably say, yeah, he deserved some of the stuff I got.
Right.
Because he's that good.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. But everybody can't go.
Right.
It ain't enough space. You know
and like you says, where you at? Remember,
timing.
He being an alpha, he playing with playing with Randy Floyd and all that, like, we ranked, like, you understand what I mean? Yeah, all that matters. So that's why I want to jump into the college joint. So first, you pick Nova. Things didn't go, I guess, as they should. First, why did you pick Nova, and then what happened when you got there?
So obviously Nova, and obviously when you picking schools as a kid, and sometimes you could be picking schools for the wrong reasons. And I was one of those guys, not paying attention to who's there, systems, the fit. How does this work for me? I just know that because I lost my father a few months back, I won't be leaving my mom.
Right.
I'm not going to Easter Blip. That's not happening.
Well, the stuff you have on the table.
So I had Stanford had came in.
Okay.
I was really looking at Xavier. Benzo was right there next door in Ohio and Cincinnati, and with James Posey in them, it was catapulting. It was taking that jump. I had NC State. I had some other things on the table. Right. But what ended up happening was that I think the memo I got out. Yeah, he said that he ain't leaving the city.
Okay.
So
then all the schools.
They start the back. But one thing I had going on, I mean, I was Proposition 48 qualified
Okay.
as a sophomore. And that's kind of when my recruiting started to jump. Like he ready to go.
No, right.
You know, he ain't sitting out no years and all that. He got the
that's
scores as a 10th grader, you know what I'm saying? But so I'm thinking, well, if I'm gonna stay home, I'm going to the biggest show in town.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm going to the Big East.
That bottom line. Like we talked about.
Right,
Again, we had you said we had UConn and Georgetown and Syracuse every night. You know what I'm saying? And our non-league schedule, we had Duke and Kentucky. Like it was crazy.
Right.
That year, I played against everybody that you could imagine.
Mm-hmm.
But for all my kids that's listening, and even some of the adults, need to understand how recruiting works. And I'm just going briefly, right? 95% of kids that's recruited, they are recruited with a role in mind. You recruit a kid, you look at what you already have,
right,
and you recruit a kid based on your needs,
right?
So you might got Joe Schmo over here coming in. I got him. He's going to be a junior next year. In their minds, you're going to back him up for 2 years, right? And then you could possibly a starter your junior year. You don't really know that. You just know they laid out the red carpet.
Right. You like, man, they expect me to come and get buckets like I've been doing.
I was Philadelphia Player of the Year. I mean, they don't give a fuck about none of that. You know what I'm saying? Uh-huh. And a lot of times, and they could care less what you did in practice. You was getting after it. Yeah, this is your role. Mm-hmm. This is the role unless somebody gets hurt or something crazy happen or y'all losing. And they say, you know what, we already losing. Let's give this guy a chance. Right. Little stuff like that happens. But you have to really pay attention to the team's needs when picking schools. I think that's huge for parents to understand, even for some coaches to understand about the predetermined role. Right. You know what I mean?
That's a question they need to be asking. But
you have to ask that. But that's a tough question because they have this thing called, and I'm up St. Joe's all the time, and they know I'm connected to some kids. Like let's use was it Finkley? Okay. So they know Brian Samuels
and Finkley
is my guy. Mm-hmm. That's his nephew. They asked me, can I come in on this recruit thing? Right. I'll come in, but bro, just keep everything a bean. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I don't want to be a part of that. Because somebody did that to me. Gotcha. What y'all got going on? And I start asking questions about his role or what y'all foresee him being.
They probably looking at you like, yo, you supposed to be here to help.
No, but that's real. Because you get there now, you disgruntled, right, and you mad at the world, and that's not a good feeling, bro. Right. And that mental health shit becomes real. Right. Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the recruiting process is something different, and people need to understand how big of a business that basketball is at that point. Gotcha. You know what I'm
saying? So end up, whatever happened at Nova, you end up making the decision. I'm gonna go St. Joe's. Not too far. Right. Not too far. But once you got there, it seemed like it was instant success. If I'm on point with things, what was the difference between being here and then you going finding a new home, and it's like, oh, dang, I'm comfortable here. Yes. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was. I'm here. I'm outside.
Right. Yeah. So again, like you said, it's a comfort level. Mm-hmm. It's a confidence level that they instill in you. Mm-hmm. And so I had to sit out. Due to the rules at that time. And so when I come back, I'm a year older, more mature.
More hungry too.
Right. And I know what to expect. So I've been through this before. Right. So I didn't been through that. The first time it was like, it was kind of, caught me off guard. Right. But I've been through this. I got it. I know it. I've been working for the last year, and I'm ready to go. Right. So when I got on the floor, super effective. Mm-hmm. Super effective. And the guys saw it. That's why when they see me, they would hit me off. They're like, yeah, I mean, and that's why when your peers do it, it's real. Right. The coach ain't got to say nothing.
No, they
know. You see him streaking. Right. Sometimes it's happening in pickup. Right. Like you see it. And and we went on one of them tours one of them European tours right before my sophomore year.
Okay.
Went to Italy and played against all these national teams in Switzerland and all that, and which was good because I got a chance to play with the guys for the first time, and I've been going for a year, so that was good. That was good.
That's
and
all
again, I went up and even I got over there, I'm like, damn. Then they was relying on me. I said, damn. This gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
You felt like you was back.
Man,
you was back on Huntington Park again.
It's crazy.
You know, at
it's
Gratz.
Crazy.
So, you know, having success, you run into your guy, Sue Butler. Rest in peace, Sue Butler.
Yeah.
Another South Philly legend. And I don't want to say another like he's just another, but everybody know like Sue is that, you know, resume is crazy.
Yes.
Resume is crazy. He's tough. And matter of fact, now think about it, Sue a year younger than you actually, right?
Right.
Because he was 98.
Right. But because I sat out, we ended up being in the same year. Right.
So, crazy game. I mean, y'all can look it up on YouTube. They going back and forth. It's crazy. They're scoring on each other the same way. They shot faking each other. They don't go for the shot fake. They knocking down the J. They making the same dimes. Like they was going at it. They going at it. LaSalle ended up winning, but you were the storyline.
Right.
And the storyline was you having 18 points in 1 minute. So for one, I'm gonna start with you was a jacking ass nigga for one. That's the part people don't talk about. Like, you was on some jacking shit, but no love shit. You get to it, let him get to it. Like, cool. I told y'all he was Westbrook before Westbrook. Like, but he could shoot, so
that's
he got at it. So what was going through your mind when you like, was you were just on like, yo, I'm trying to get back into the game, or was it just like, you know, I just got hot at that time?
Yeah, so I think it was a combination of both. Because you're scoring, you fouling, he's subbing, offense, defense. You know how it get when you're trying to claw back in.
Right.
And funny thing is, history is happening, and I don't even know it.
Yeah,
because you're just playing. You're just playing the game. You ain't counting, talking.
You ain't counting. You ain't looking up like you look at the other part of the scoreboard.
You're paying attention to the game, you know. And because the game got super interesting because of that. I mean, just think like, so I had scored 18 points in the 59 seconds. It was another deuce scored by Frank Wilkins scored another deuce.
Okay.
Lord knows how many points LaSalle scored in that minute. I mean, that's the crazy. That's a 40-point minute.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
bro,
insane.
Or something like that. Or
that's
something
insane.
Crazy.
That's insane. That's insane. That's insane.
But so what ended up happening was I get to the post game, and they asked me about the game, and I remember saying that I was a little bit sick because it broke we had 6-game winning streak going into that game. Right before we going into the A-10 tournament, and I'm talking about that, and bip. And I remember Dick Girardi was like, that's cool and all, but what about the 18 points that you scored in the less than a minute?
He was like, what?
And I ain't gonna lie, that's exactly what I said. What? Like, bro, do you even know what just happened?
No.
I'm like, yeah, man. And then so
I meant to do that. Yeah, I meant to do that. I had it planned just like that.
All the talk, we was talking about that for 20 minutes.
Right.
Like, about that. And it's crazy because ESPN got a hold of that. And that next morning, they had something called Marvin's Minute.
Yo, that's
I'm like,
crazy.
Damn. And even then, you just went on and it didn't resonate. Man, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, they need to do like a highlight video and do that Jay-Z song where you be like, yo, South Philly motherfucker still at will. That would look crazy, a highlight joint like that. That would look crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy because
was that joint anticipated like from your hoods? Like, I'm not sure if y'all from the same neighborhood.
Who that?
You and Sue.
No, not from the same hood, but
I'm just saying I know the whole South Philly had to be
this big.
Yes, I know that the whole South Philly had to be at that game for sure.
For sure. Yeah.
Where it was like, oh shit, we got Marv versus Sue.
Yeah. That's how I used to be.
You got your entourage. He got his entourage.
Especially when Donnie was on the team because it was both of them and it was me. Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? Or was she Bay, and it was like there was a type of thing.
That's all that.
But I made some reference to in my speech for the Philadelphia Black Basketball Hall of Fame that I was watching a game, the St. Joe's Georgia Tech game, and Bill Walton God rest his soul, was analyzing the game. He was doing the game, and they said, yeah, this kid O'Connor just last week, he scored 18 points in less than 1 minute, and then he said, even Will Chamberlain didn't do that.
Oh shit!
Damn. Hey, come on, bro. Hey, come on, bro.
You said you at Mom Duke's crib, or you at the dorm, watching it.
Oh, I was at my man crib.
Right. Okay.
Because it was on YouTube, and I never had heard that though. But hey, bro, let's put that in perspective.
Them names.
Even who?
You're like, no disrespect to myself, but
bro,
you say those names out somewhere else, they gonna be like the who the third person?
That's just scary.
Yeah.
When you talk about leaving a legacy.
Yeah.
And somebody from Philadelphia being able to
that's what's up
to go on a scoring ramp. That's never going to happen again, bro.
Legendary shit.
What are we talking about?
Legendary shit, man. Legendary shit. So tournament time come around. Hey, Casey Jacobs, what do you feel about the kid Marvin O'Connor from St. Joe's? His response is, I only know about really West Coast guys and the names that's at the bigger schools. I never really heard of this guy before. When you heard that, what was the thoughts?
Funny thing is, I didn't hear that.
Okay.
But because of how my approach to the game anyway, I didn't need that.
Okay.
I didn't need, look.
It's tournament time. Like, I'm on go.
Let me tell you something.
On go.
All I knew was it was going to be 20,000 in the stands and 1 million watching at home.
Right.
That's all I knew.
Needed, right.
And I ain't going to lie, I'm going to keep it a bean. Everybody ass cheeks don't get tight.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I ain't one of them.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? It's like just me being out there in that atmosphere, I felt like at home.
Okay.
Like I had some tougher games or more pressure out in the street.
Right.
I'm just being honest.
No,
so you just in this, you like, this is kind of what I do. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, but everybody ain't like that. Everybody, them lights and being on those stages, everybody really not with that, bro. And unfortunately, because that's the time you shine the brightest.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying?
And it's crazy because like you said, like you coming from different environments where we gotta make sure we get out this playground. Like safe, like these niggas in here tripping over basketball.
Crazy, bro.
And so while they were the number 2 team in the country,
right?
They had an All-American and who I was just talking about, Casey Jacobs,
and they're the Twin Towers.
Yo, you still from South Philly? You still play that Gratz? We playing against Stanford. Was that in your mind? Like, dog, they tough, but they still.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah,
like,
I mean,
like yo, I'm from Philly. Like,
it's the bottom line.
Yeah, like I'm from Philly. Like these. Like,
and then it's crazy because I got going, and I ain't gonna lie.
What you have in that game? 40 something?
At 37.
Okay.
And kind of once I get going, it's hard to.
But it was crazy. I think you went and had like 4 or something in the first half. Or
yeah.
Something crazy.
Something like that. Like
and you started drawing in the second half.
Crazy. Yeah.
You started drawing in the second half.
And that was a crazy game.
I was a kid. And me and my cousin was in the crib. Me and my cousin died. We in the crib. And our coach used to have us fill out brackets. So, that's when it was on paper and everything. Like, so obviously I think I had Stanford over St. Joe's because I had y'all in that round. But it was so crazy that I had them going to the next round. But once you start getting rolling, that shit is rocking. We in the crib going, we're like, oh man, fuck this bracket. Like, let's go, St. Joe. Like, he cooking it. It was crazy. The whole crowd was like that because you end up falling out.
Yeah.
Y'all end up losing, but you got to stand in ovation.
Yeah,
like
that was deep. That was deep, bro.
Obviously, your life changed after your life probably changed again after that. Like you talked about earlier, after you had that crazy game against Edison, like, your stock rise.
Yes.
Your stock was you was on fire. They was projecting you as a first rounder if you came out that year. I think you you tested the waters, but you ain't hire an agent.
Right. So what ended up happening was like I spoke to all the guys and where am I at in this process?
Right.
Because you will kind of see it's a pecking order.
Mm-hmm.
And that particular year, I was a few slots from a 2-guard perspective behind Gilbert Arenas.
Okay.
And Gilbert Arenas went in the second round.
Right.
And they said you definitely going after Gilbert Arenas.
Gilbert Arenas, got
you know what I mean?
But they had lost they lost the chip
right.
that year.
Right. Mm-hmm. And I realized also that the league kind of respected the bigger conferences a little bit.
Okay.
Because when you look at
especially
like
at that time,
when you look at like a Jameer Nelson just being player of the year. Right. He was Naismith player of the year. Right. And he got drafted 20.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That normally don't happen.
Right.
Then now, obviously, maybe if he was 6'5" or 6'6", you know, size and all that kind of stuff. But that normally doesn't happen. But so when they was like, bro, we think you could be right around here, it's like, yeah, you know, you try to improve that status, that draft status, and it just didn't work out that way. You know what I mean? I had an okay season. I still was getting about 18 a game. I mean, it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? But
it's like you said, timing.
Timing is everything. Timing is everything.
Because, you know, you were kind of like almost, people were like always like kind of using you as an example, I felt like, and this was kind of in a negative way where we were just like, yo, if you a guard, don't make the same mistake Marv made. And like hearing that type of stuff, if it got back to you, how did you feel about that? Because it's like, yo, if you a guard and you hot, you gotta put your name in the league. You can't come back the following year because Marv O'Connor made that mistake. He should have left as soon as he cooked Stanford. What's your reaction when you might hear stuff like that?
I mean, one thing I know about things in general when it comes to stuff like that is you damned if you do, damned if you don't.
That's crazy.
That's the simplest way I could put it.
Right.
Because let's say Marv, this is how niggas is. Say Marv enters the draft and somehow he drops down to 53. That's like you still got drafted.
Yeah, you should have stayed.
Yeah, and you can't win, bro. You know, you can't win. Right. And again, I did my homework for sure.
Okay.
And just like I said about the Gilbert,
how was the camps and stuff? Did you do any combines and things?
No,
like that?
I didn't even get into all that once I realized where I was at.
Got you.
You know what I mean? Because you can improve, but you won't do like this for the most part. Like they know it's each position has rankings.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, would we have thought that Gilbert Arenas was going to go second round? Probably not. But it happened. And some guy, and they was telling me that's crazy because we ended up was going with the same agent. Some guy named Trenton Hassel from Austin P went before Gilbert Arenas.
Crazy.
Right? And had he was in the league for about 2-3 years. You don't even know who that is.
I don't know who that is.
You see what I'm saying?
I don't know who that is.
But when we looked at the list, he was up in the front, though. You know what I'm saying? Over Gilbert Arenas. I keep using that because he ended up having a successful, NBA career for the most part. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, listen, man, that's part of life. You're gonna make some decisions. And I'm one of the guys that don't regret that. I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them because everything I wanted to do in this life, I do it.
You did it. You do. I say did it, but you're doing it right. I do it.
And that ain't no to try to gloat or nothing. But again, I was smart enough to be able to use the game. And it's
you ain't
crazy.
let the game use you. You use the game.
Hey man, portfolio is retarded, bro. Just you know what I mean? By rubbing elbows with some people and doing some things and investing in some things and ain't just quiet. It ain't gotta be all loud and you know what I mean? But I'm super blessed. Right. Bro, just to be able to do some of the things that I do.
Yeah, he's still kind of being humble. He went on live one time and he had the kids play an egg hunt and the piano all in the big crib and all that. Got barbershops downstairs. I ain't trying to get you lying, but
don't lie me.
Yeah, but life seemed like it's pretty good for you, man. That's a blessing.
It's good.
Man, well deserved.
I appreciate
bro. So
because
obviously you I read that you even like won a chip overseas. Like you went over there.
Yeah.
Won some stuff over there. How long was you over there for?
So what ended up happening was I had a short stint over there, and I got to tell the story because once I got over there, I realized that I wasn't going to be here long.
Gotcha.
Like I did. I realized that it takes an ultra strong individual to be here 9 and 10 months a year, and like, I mean, it's very, very lonely.
I say no family.
Like I ran into Lynn Greer in Greece, and you would have thought he was like my long lost. Hey,
shit! Oh, before I get to the pro stuff, I cannot forget that. I'm glad you brought up Lynn Greer. Yo, what was it with y'all two? Because you play him in the chip. I see some highlights. You guarding him. You talking crazy. You can tell you talking crazy. Then y'all getting like a little physical altercation. I said, "Oh shit, I gotta ask that on the podcast." It was me. Was that like some real live people? That was just two competitors going at it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what that was.
Okay,
it was basketball. It was never me.
Never personal.
Not at all.
Personal.
Not at all. Great family. They always took me in and that
Shout
type
out to
of
the
thing.
Greer family.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. But what ended up happening was, and on that particular play, you know what I mean? They had called me for a travel. So I'm arguing the call and trying to take the ball out of my hand. Now, bro, this don't got nothing to do with Lynn Greer or Marv O'Connor. Don't got nothing to do with that. We know that's a no-no.
No, like,
when you arguing, like, you got until I'm finished my argument, you know, that type of joint.
I don't want to get into details of it. Like, I ain't trying to spice nothing up.
No.
But it was a little something there, though.
Yeah, but it's just like, yo, bro, like,
then they show like another highlight, you smack somebody. I'm like, yo, is Coach Elliday, all his players lose their mind once they leave him, like between Sheik and the Tex. You I'm like, these grass niggas is crazy. Elby just knew how to keep them on the leash, but once they got off that leash, these boys was acting crazy.
Try that shit under his umbrella. Listen, bro.
Yeah, but back to the overseas though. Back to the overseas stuff though, man. You said you wasn't gonna be over there long.
So I realized that this whole lifestyle is not for me.
Right.
So I gotta figure this out. I gotta try to get some coins and build myself up. But I gotta get back home. Right. I ain't gonna be doing this for 10 years and all that. So what ended up happening was I played for Vlade Divas's team in Yugoslavia.
Okay.
And my agent was like this with Vlade, and I think they was thinking about during the course of the latter part of the season, like, you know what, we're gonna get rid of him because of the foreigners, because you're a foreigner now, you kind of made more money than them,
right? Kind
of, sort of, than the people on the team, and it's like, yeah, I think we gonna cut him, right? So that ended up happening. They cut me. My agent called Vlade and was extremely upset with him by the way they went about that.
What about it, right? It's the way you handle business.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, bro, you know, we don't do this like this, XYZ. I was back in the States at the time. They asked me that I want to go to the D League to finish out this particular year.
Right.
I told him
now
no.
Called the G League. Now called the G League.
Right. I'm like, no. Them guys making, man, no, I ain't going. So he says, I talked to Vlade. Vlade's going to make up for that situation for you.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Sacramento was in town. Next week, he's going to call you. All right. Call. Bro, yeah, such and such. Meet me at the Four Seasons. You know what I mean? We could talk then.
Right.
So he came down. He was super apologetic about how they did things and whatever. And he gave me an envelope. Cool. All right. Okay. Now, you know, I was busting it up for a little bit. Then I left. So in my mind, though, what was in the envelope was the rest of the money from this season.
Right. You like, he gave
me money that they owe me. Dollars
right.
From this season. You know what I mean? Whatever. Envelope, man, cut it out. Man.
Oh, it was bag.
Cut it out. Cut it out, boy. He like fulfilled my contract as a whole. I was like this. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I quit. Because if you gave me the money not from this year, you gave me the money from the next year. Because again, I signed the contract. And bro, let me tell you something, bro. They don't care about none of that. And you can ask anybody, they won't pay you nothing and tell you to get out of here. Just like that. I don't care. None of that means anything.
Right.
So this right here was unheard of.
Gotcha.
And it was a relationship that he had with him. Because they was both from the same country. And he said, bro, don't do him like that. And he gave me a check. And that was it. That was all she wrote.
That's what's up. So, fast forward, I gotta admit, I ain't been to the cheesesteak spot. But, I don't want to call it a cheesesteak spot, but you got like a restaurant. And,
right.
Obviously, I seen pictures of it. Like, it's real dope. You got legends from South Philly all over there. Not just from older than you or your same age. You got like Scoop. You got Eric.
Yeah.
You got Dion up there. You got Rab up there.
Yeah.
Obviously, Nate, Blackwell, Donnie. The whole crew. You got the whole crew.
Yeah.
Sewell. You got the whole crew. Talk about what it's called, the works.
Yeah.
Talk about it, because I'm not just saying this just on camera, but this week or even next week I'm gonna be out there for sure, because I heard great things about the spicy tuna.
That's crazy.
I heard that's elite. But
crazy.
Talk about the store though, man.
Yeah. So we decided to put a cheesesteak spot on it's the South Philly version of Germantown Avenue.
Okay.
That's our version of Germantown Avenue.
Okay.
So Point Breeze is super busy, a lot of walking traffic, that type of thing. And then we said, it would be good to pay homage to some guys that had that theme, right? And I was like, man, I think that's an awesome idea, because that wasn't my idea. Right. It was my partner. He's like, hey, what you think? I said, man, that's a great idea. So we like I said, like you said, through Sewell up there, through my old head up there, Pooh Richardson,
shout out Pooh Richardson.
Is he's a project guy. He come from my projects.
Okay.
In North Philly, claiming, but he was a guy I seen.
I definitely didn't know he was from South Philly.
I thought
you see what I'm saying? That's crazy. That's crazy.
So so we just thought that just was a great idea, just to pay homage to the guys. And we're gonna come up with another 5 or 6 guys. We're gonna keep that going, because there's some guys that obviously we missing, that type of thing. But we just thought that just was a huge. And people looking at that joint, like, all these guys from around here. That's what makes it special. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, why you don't got what's the name up there? You know the time? Hey, bro, man, come on, bro. Like,
and not to mention, I heard that, like I said, I'm not saying it because you're here. I hear the food is all that, man.
Yeah. So we do good business, man.
What's the hours?
So we open from 9:00 in the morning to 10:00 at night.
Okay.
We close early on Sundays at 7. But we had a foodie come to our place last week.
Okay.
His name is JL Jupiter. Now,
gotcha.
I'm not really familiar with none of that stuff. But when he came, he was videoing everything. I'm like, what's this guy doing? Like, there's nobody out here, like, you know what I mean? But he gave us the craziest praise.
Oh, that's all that.
Bro.
Y'all be getting them out of towners like crazy
bro,
now. Yeah,
bro,
them, like, them out of towners gonna be coming through. Went, though. Retarded. And they made sure they mentioned his name when they come to the window. Oh, for real?
Yeah, we came here because what's the name said come here. I'm like, this. I don't give a fuck who said come here. You here. You know what I mean? Right. And on the flip side, though, all I know is, like, when you come the first time, you came because what's the name sent you, but when you come the next time, you came
because
that shit
the food was
good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that was dope, man.
That's super. That was dope, that, man. I'm super proud of you. Like I said, I appreciate this podcast is always about giving flowers, going down memory lane, and just talk about the motion that you got going on. So just to see you ain't one of those damn homie in high school, you was the man, homie. What the fuck happened to you? Dude, you standing on business. Super proud of you. Like I said, business owner. But want to put a smile on your face. Let's talk about baby girl, man. You got that's how we gonna end this off. Talk about baby girl. Can't leave this interview not talk about your daughter. You got all girls or you got?
I only got one. One.
Okay, you only got one.
Yeah.
Vice versa me.
Yeah.
And you definitely got to give me some advice because my daughter too, but she be sliding all around. Her dad is a basketball coach, so she always in the gym.
Be around the game.
Yeah, she around it. So
yes,
I'm definitely gonna need advice on because I'm not trying to be one of those forcing her.
Right.
So I asked you that first question was that something like that she just caught on to, or you kind of
well, I think it was one of the things like I introduced her to it, just to see if she would gravitate to it. Gotcha. You know what I mean? And what ended up happening is she did. Gotcha. And from I like that.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and when she became a little bit good, she liked that praise from people. Oh, you good? You like this? Thanks. You know what I mean? That type of stuff.
Right.
But let me tell you something. It's been a great ride. I mean, she's only in 8th grade now.
I thought she was in 7th grade. She 8th grade now?
Yeah, she in 8th grade now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, viewers, super tough.
Yeah.
She's short. Yeah, I mean, we don't know if she'll get that growth spurt or not, but she is super duper tough. But, doing really good with her, man. So what been some of the things you've been working on her with?
Yeah, my whole thing is the understanding of the game. Because I just you talking about her size and that type of thing is that never comes into play if you understand how to play when you're short. Right. You understand how to get the separation, right, or you know what to do. Then it's never a problem.
Gotcha.
Even if try to post you know exactly what to do.
Right.
So it's about the neck up. Mm-hmm. The understanding, the timing, the feel of the game.
I hear that the neck up meaning up here, y'all. Up here.
It's because all that other stuff becomes frivolous as you move up. It's how smart are you?
Right.
That type of thing. But it's been a fun ride because I'm one of the few guys that's in this that's not living through the kids.
Gotcha.
And when you're not living through them, you can really, really, really enjoy it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I ain't knocking what nobody else do or whatever. Everybody's, route and journey is their journey. But for me, as a father, I could just sit back and just watch.
Really
you
enjoy.
grow.
You had your time, man.
Yeah, I can just really watch you grow and doing stuff that you like.
That's what's
you know what I mean, and something that we got in common.
So you coaching? You
yeah.
Too,
so
right?
So I coach them, especially in stuff in the city.
That gotta be cool for the kids. I know they be hearing they coach is a legend and this and that. So that gotta be real cool.
And that's crazy because I got a group of parents that I've had for a few years that understand the accountability part that comes with playing the game. So when I pushed them off or passed them to somebody else, they were like, "Damn, you kind of get it. I can say stuff to you, you don't go down in the dumps. You understand. You can receive the constructive criticism." And I'm gonna keep it a beam, bro. For the most part, from what I see, in this era, we doing more kissing ass than anything.
Yeah.
But he wasn't doing that back then. I was happy to be a part of this.
Right.
Yeah, we ain't worried about you transferring, bro.
Bye.
Yeah, nobody worried about that. I'm not having this. Back in the day, I gotta tell you this because I know you're a coach, and I know you'll feel this one. We had a rule. The coach said this: if it's my fucking program, that's first of all.
Right.
And nobody don't have a mom coming in here asking me shit. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Because I'm not answering to all these fucking people every game. Yeah. I'm not doing that. So even when your mom wanted to say something, you stopped her.
Right.
I got this.
Yeah, chill.
Yeah. What you think about that? Hold.
Chill.
You know what I mean?
Chill.
Let me deal with that. And that also helps you mature and grow.
Gotcha.
When your mom, your dad not speaking for you and you 17. No, you need to understand this for yourself.
Right.
But but the parents are parents was never involved back then. Now they too involved. Now we gotta get somewhere
in the middle. In the middle. Yeah.
Cause I never seen too many moms and dads at the games back in the day. They started at 3:00. Some people was at work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now
But it's becoming more of a business too.
It is.
So remember, a lot of basketball was free then.
It is, yes.
I tell people all the time now, yo, basketball is a middle class sport now, man. Unfortunately.
Right. Yes.
The kids, the better. It used to be Marv O'Connor who coming from that crazy project, because I looked on Sports Century. No disrespect to your project, y'all had them in the trenches. Like y'all took them back to your projects. Like you said, they had moved out by then. Like they
was crazy.
I'm like, yo, they in the trenches. But you had that kid that he's coming from a certain a certain culture, or he's dealing with poverty.
Yes.
And all he knows is like, I know this can help me get out.
Right.
Now it's like whoever can pay for the best trainers, or their kids are normally the better ones. It's messed up to say. I'm not saying that for everybody, but what I've been seeing, like it's been like the people that's been investing in their kids, and I think it's messed up. I don't.
Yeah,
I hate it.
It's a tough time. It's a tough time.
I ain't trying to sound like a dinosaur, but I hate it.
No, it's bad. It's bad, but it is what it is. I can't turn back the hands of time.
Right.
And that's why, in some ways, I don't really charge. You see what I'm saying? Because I looked at my situation. I know my mom ain't got no $40 to give nobody, man.
Right.
Like 3 times a week? Hold on, bro. Hey, come on, bro.
Yo, this nigga better go
bro,
to the league now.
Bro, I had it. Like, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, that shit add up.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And you starting them off dumb young.
Mm-hmm.
So once you calculate, you start them off at 6, you're doing all this shit. And you in all this AAU shit. You're going to all these exposure events. You're flying over here, hotels. Damn, by the time you get to 12th grade, you might have paid halfway for college, damn near. Because we just said it was for free. College was truly for free back then. That shit ain't for free now.
For free, yeah.
No, you going to pay for that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I try to balance.
Or the back end. Yeah.
I try to help balance that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I send kids to some people that's respectable first, but manageable financially. You can't kill them.
Right.
God damn, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it has to make sense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The working class people, you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
But yeah.
But you're doing an amazing job, not just with your daughter, but with that group of kids, man. Definitely salute you for giving back, and like I said, that's major. A kid could have a Marv O'Connor, call him coach. You probably don't even know how, like you were talking about, you probably don't even know what that do for those kids. So
right.
Definitely salute you.
Appreciate that.
We winding down. I ain't gonna hold you up too much longer. I know you're a busy guy though, but the last thing I want to ask you, what would be your advice for a young baller that's coming from poverty, that's trying to make it out? It seemed like, man, I don't know if basketball gonna work for me.
Well, I think that somebody that's trying to figure it out gotta understand that their journey is their journey. Gotcha. I think that the parents and some other kids look and peeking what other people are doing.
That social media.
Yeah,
shit.
It's like, yeah, well, what's the name did this, but you ain't what's the name.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, worry about yourself. You know what I mean? And have fun. I think we lost the fun part of the game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Enjoy what you're doing, because it's not gonna last long.
Right.
I don't really care who you are. For the most part, in the high percentile, you won't be doing this till you're 39. It's just not.
Everybody not
real.
LeBron.
Right.
Everybody not LeBron.
It's not real for most people. So enjoy it. Play hard. Give the game everything you got. I always got this little cliche that if you love the game in some way, the game will love you back in some way, shape, or form.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? And that's I live by that.
Right.
And like I said, my resources and people I can reach out to is a testament to that.
Man, that's love, man. Just want to thank you again for coming through,
Appreciate
man. We always end off with talking about the guys being a winner, just not like I said on the scoreboard, but just in life. So they say it, winners win. Man, I appreciate you coming through.
I appreciate you having me.
My God,
I'm gonna get you a Gratz jersey for you go watch that. Yeah, man.
No, you trying to get me fucked up.